Wow, guys, look, 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 look. There goes the Mickey Mouse bus. Yeah, we're gonna check out some buses. And that's one of my favorites, Mickey Mouse. We're gonna check out some buses. I'm here by the entrance to the bus station. And hopefully we catch some really cool buses tonight. Usually we'll have some cool bus action over here. Looking forward to seeing some Gillig buses. So we'll see probably a Gillig bus, maybe, I don't know, I doubt that we'll see a New Flyer bus here, but there's a chance that we might catch like a Nova bus, maybe a Nova bus over here at this station. Let me see if there's anything coming down the ramp. No, and just a bunch of rideshare vehicles coming in here to this station. I see one that's leaving now. It's coming around. Might take a little bit before it comes around. So how's it going, guys? How's everything? I hope you guys have been able to check out some of the other bus videos I posted. So many, over 70 bus videos already. Got like 5 playlists. So it's a lot of fun to watch them. I check them out, and it's pretty cool to see them back to back. All the different bus stations that I go to. And here comes one of the buses. Ooh, and another one of my favorites, right behind the red and white comes the Toy Story bus. Man, the Toy Story bus is one of my really favorites, man. I do love that one. There goes a red and white Gillig bus. It's a low floor bus, and they're gonna cross. There's 2 of them. One crossing the other. And I did say that a Toy Story bus is coming in. It's right there at the stop sign. Oh man, that's one of my favorites. There goes Buzz, Slinky Dog, Bullseye, Woody, and Jessie. That one's cool. Here comes the Donald Duck bus. Beautiful colors on the Donald Duck bus. And looks like he's gonna wait for this one that's coming over. Out of the second sister station there, that's a Mickey Mouse bus. Oh man, that's really cool. All right, we're starting to get some bus action, guys. A lot of buses passing by here at the bus station. Donald Duck. Ooh, that's cool. And here comes a red and white. Another red and white Gillig bus. Very cool. I really love the buses coming and going. Really fun to see them. Let's move over here. Here comes the double decker. This is probably one of the fabulous buses.com. It's like a charter bus. I think it goes to the resorts that are not Disney resorts or not owned by Disney, and they're like off property. I think those are the charter buses. They might be also for Golden Oak, maybe. The Golden Oak homes that are part of Disney. Here comes another bus. Which one is that one? It's a Gillig, red and white Gillig Disney transport bus. A lot of Disney buses here. They're so cool. Let me know, comment below, which one's your favorite? The Gillig bus, the Nova bus, or the New Flyer buses, the articulated New Flyers, or the Nova articulated buses. And it looks like there's another bus coming around the corner there, coming out of the sister station, which is across the street here. Oh, it's another Donald Duck bus. There goes the monorail passing by, monorail train. Another form of transport here. I don't know, could you see it? It's kind of far away. Here comes Donald Duck making the turn. And then he's on his way. He's gonna cross another bus that's coming into the station now. This one looks like another red and white Gillig bus. It's a low floor. Low floor Gillig bus. Another Donald Duck back there. Going to be coming around the corner in a little while. I see that it's loading some people. And there goes the red and white. Making his stop. A lot of fun checking out the buses tonight. It's pretty cool. So I get to see them here. If they go into this station, that's the one here on the left. All those lights you see there, that's a bus station right there. All the bus stops are there. And then the sister station is just here, right across the street. They're connected way in the back. They're connected. And you can go over there also. There's a bunch of bus stops on that side. This one's going to All Star Sports. I recently stayed there for vacation this summer. That was a fun time, man. So fun. And of course, when you're there at any other resorts, you have access to all these buses. You can pick the one that you want to get on, depending on where you're going that day. And you can get around all over Disney property on these buses. That's the fun thing about it. It really is cool to get around the Disney property on the buses. You have the option of using the monorail train or some of the boats, but it's so cool. I just love getting around on the buses. It's great. Here comes another Donald Duck bus entering. There's going to be one leaving because there's now another Donald on my left, and there's one here in front of me. So far we've seen 4 different Donald Duck buses, and I think 2 Mickey Mouse buses. I'm hoping we see Lightning McQueen tonight. I have seen the Lightning McQueen come into Epcot sometimes, so you never know. Here comes Mickey Mouse leaving station number 1. Man, that's one of my favorites, guys. I think Mickey is tied with McQueen, Lightning McQueen, as my number 1 spot. I gotta say, I'm gonna put him back at number 1, both of those, because I was like for the longest time saying, yeah, McQueen is number 1, and then I would say Mickey's number 1, and lower McQueen to like number 2. But I think I'm gonna keep them both up on number 1 spot because I love them so much. So Mickey Mouse with the big face, the one that has a giant face, that one's number 1 with McQueen, Lightning McQueen, the red car from Pixar Cars. I'm sure you know the movie, right? Let me know if you're a fan of the Lightning McQueen movies, Pixar Cars, and if you're a fan of Mickey Mouse. Now there is the other Mickey Mouse bus, which is the one with the small Mickey, like the Donald Duck that passed by, with the very small character on it in the middle of the bus. So they do have Mickey Mouse like that, in case you haven't seen them. If you've been hanging out with me for a while at the bus stations, you know we've seen a bunch of those. Sometimes it's the big giant Mickey on it. Sometimes it's the smaller Mickey Mouse. You just never know which one you're gonna get. It could be a giant one, it could be a small Mickey, a big Mickey. You never know. But it's pretty cool. Oh, I should get a thumbnail here. Maybe a thumbnail looking that way. Maybe a thumbnail looking this way. There we go. Looking that way. Another one looking this way. Another one looking that way. Let me see. Maybe like that. Oh, here comes the bus. Oh, wow, there it is. Red and white, and a Goofy with a small Goofy this time on the side. Goofy also has the big one and the small one, so you never know which one you're gonna get. There goes a nice red and white Disney Transport, Gillig bus, low floor, and another one, same kind, leaving the station. This one says driver shuttle line C, so it was just transporting drivers from station to station. That one's not picking up any other people going to resorts or anything like that. This one's going to Wilderness Lodge. It says howdy. Oh, Fort Wilderness. Okay, cool. That's the campgrounds. Going to the campgrounds. Yep, you can leave Epcot on a bus to the campgrounds. Here comes another double-decker bus. Oh man, I'm loving all the bus action we're getting, guys. Really great bus action tonight. Sometimes it takes a little bit. Your timing could be a little off and they might take a little bit, but they're always on their way. So you're gonna see buses if you stand here long enough. You're gonna see them. Wow, that's a 2-story bus right there. I can see the people in there. It has the dark windows, but you can see the people. There it goes, man. That's pretty cool. And here, finally, the Donald Duck that was picking up more people is leaving station number 1. And this one has 1 through like 20, 1 through 20, I think, bus stops. Let me see, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, something like that. I think actually it goes to like 11, something like that. There goes Donald. Donald's on his way, and here comes another red and white Gillig bus. There's a lot of red and white Gillig buses. One is leaving, and one just arrived. You're gonna see one that's coming out now. He's leaving the station right now. But I'm gonna keep the camera this way because here comes Mickey Mouse and 2 Goofy buses, one after the other. Look at that. Mickey Mouse passing by. And Goofy right behind him. And another Goofy behind that Goofy bus. You can't hardly see him because he's right behind them. There we go. Team Goofy right now. And it's the giant face Goofy this time. And we have a giant face Minnie Mouse coming. There she comes into view right now. So far we've only seen Gillig low floor buses. I haven't seen not one Nova bus. We've seen the coach buses. I don't know what those are called. Don't know the make and model of those double deckers. Charter buses. Here comes another red and white heading into the sister station. There goes another coach bus. I wonder what the make is on those buses. I gotta get some close pictures of those. They're too far right now. So I can do some research and find out what buses those are. Wow, that's funny. Another Donald Duck coming out of station number 2. Right across there. That's pretty funny. We've seen like a lot of Donald Duck buses tonight. I think more Donald Ducks than Mickey Mouse buses. Not one Lightning McQueen, only one Toy Story so far. Haven't seen any Orange Bird. No Monsters Inc. There goes another monorail leaving Epcot right now back there. Hard to see, there's a lot of trees, but he's right behind the bus right now. And it's kind of dark. Hard to see with the darkness as well. Here comes another red and white leaving the station. And there's one behind it. I think it's the same. You got like twins, guys. Twins. Twin buses leaving the station now. Let's hope we see like something different. Maybe like, it would be cool if Orange Bird showed up. Maybe Monsters Inc. or something like that. There he goes. Number 1, number 2 right behind them. And these buses are going to cross. Oh no, they're not. Those 2 look like they work for the same company. And there goes another red and white. But you see those 2 white buses over there? They look like twins. Those must work for the same charter. Same company, I mean. Charter buses. I see a red and white coming around. Way in the distance. Maybe he's getting ready to leave. I don't know. Sometimes they'll drive around in a circle. When they do that, I don't know what they're doing. Like they kind of like go around the station and just go around a couple times. I don't know if they're just practicing. Could be new drivers that are practicing or something like that. I have seen new drivers doing rounds at Hollywood Studios, and here the ones that I've seen, I never seen that they say practicing or anything like that. Sometimes it will say practicing, or it'll say Mary Poppins or something like that. Not 100% if the one that says Mary Poppins, if that's what it is, but the ones that say Mary Poppins never stop at the bus stops or the gates to pick up people. Here comes another Minnie Mouse. This one's the small Minnie Mouse. Now you see the difference if you've never seen it before. Here it comes. A lot smaller. See how the zoom works. Zoom in a little bit. Sometimes I'm afraid to zoom because I think it might go out of focus or something. Well, it looks like there's a lot of light. Should be in focus. But that's a lot smaller than that big Minnie Mouse that we saw pass by. There she goes into station number 1. So I can see that there's a Minnie Mouse right there at gate number 1. Then that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Now there's 4 gates. They just added one recently. So there's 4 gates here on this side. Then it goes, it's kind of like a U shape. So you'll have like gates 5, 6, 7, 8. And then the other side is 9, 10, 11, 12. So I think it's 12 on this side. And then there's a ton on the other side. A ton of gates on that side over there. Here they call them gates, but they're what we call bus stops. Usually we all say bus stop, you know. There's a Goofy over there. No, I don't know what he's doing, but he just went around. And oh, that one goes to Wyndham Grand Orlando Resort at Bonnet Creek. Okay, that's not too far. Bonnet Creek. That's the one that's close to. That's the resort that's right next to the Riviera Resort. Right next to Riviera, which is down the street from Disney Springs. And yeah, Bonnet Creek. It's because that resort is right next to the creek. And that's one of the bridges that you go over when you're heading to Disney Springs. From Bonnet Creek, you're going to be going over that creek right there. It kind of looks like a river or a canal, something like that. Oh my God, what is that one over there? What is that? I can't make it out. I'm like, what is that? Oh, it's the Avatar bus. Let me zoom in. It's got a Banshee and a Na'vi riding on top of the Banshee, which is one of the rides at Animal Kingdom. Flight of Passage, I think they call that ride. There's Flight of Passage and I think the Na'vi River ride. One of those two. Elegant Travel Tours van just passed by. Pretty neat. And then over there, another bus coming this way. It's coming around like that. And here comes the Monsters Inc. bus right there. Monsters Inc. I really like Monsters Inc. bus. It's really cool. So colorful. There goes Goofy, small Goofy. Monsters Inc. Okay, we got something we hadn't seen yet. Awesome. There's Mike with one eye. We got Sully. Oh man, I'm glad we caught Monsters Inc. Wow, that made me super happy to see a different one at the end. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this one. I'm gonna have some bonus footage for you now, but I'm walking away from this area. Gonna head to the other station. Walking out. Number 5 rideshare pickup. Number 4 over there. The rideshare pickup is pretty big. It's got a lot of spots to pick up people here. Oh wow, look at Spaceship Earth, how cool it looks. It looks amazing, right? Really amazing. All right, bonus footage is over. See you later, guys.